guys, so I'm back. I'm gonna tell you guys how I got this job that I am gonna be starting tomorrow in like 3 days. I literally got fired I believe on a Thursday, this past Thursday, and then I got the job offer for the new job on Sunday or Saturday. I think it was Saturday or Sunday. Anywho, yeah, literally it was amazing. It was a blessing. And the position I applied for, I got even a better position. I thought I would have to start off at as like a team member, you know, like that's the basic position they usually start you off at. But they actually started me as a team lead, an hourly shift coordinator as well. And my boss told me that it won't take long for me to become an actual manager or like in the management position, because not only that the fact that they like don't have a lot of staff, but they also need another manager. And because I have a lot of experience with like management and in general a lot of experience, they're willing to, you know, work with me depending on how fast I, you know, how well I do and how fast I do it. I could move up real soon to a management position. So, you know, like I'm excited about that because I've been treated really bad from other managers, from other people in like superior to me, like their job, like management, supervisors, whatever it is. Like I have been treated really badly, and I know that when I'm in that role, like as a supervisor, manager, team lead, whatever, that I'm gonna be a way better manager than how I was treated. So like that's what my takeaway is like, you know what, like I know how it feels. I understand. I've been through it. But it's in a way kind of like it's like it's like going through all that bad stuff with jobs gave me like the blessing of being what is that word called, like I don't know what I'm trying to say, being in like a management position or supervisor position, because not only because like the pay is more or whatever, it's because like I feel like I earned it. You know, I've worked hard for so many jobs, and I did most of the work while other people that, you know, were in a team, was like a team lead or a supervisor or manager, did nothing. And they didn't do anything. They weren't even like a person you can go talk to, and like, you know, none of that. So I feel like when I become in that position, it will help me know how to, you know, be with other employees, because I will be the type of boss that I didn't have in my previous employers. I'm not saying every single one of them was horrible, because it wasn't, but most of them were, and they like took their position to their head. Like they was controlling, they was just nasty, just, you know, disrespectful, just kind of catty, like gossipy, and just treated you like you were beneath them and stuff like that. And I didn't like that. So, you know, I'm gonna be a way better boss than that, way better, you know, manager, as far as like understanding, listening, attentive, flexible, willing to work with people, willing to, you know, obviously not let them like overstep their boundaries or nothing, not be disrespectful, nothing. But also, I'm gonna be one of those people who is like, a cool manager, but also not let people like take advantage of me, because when you're too nice, people tend to take advantage of you sometimes. Not saying all the time, but sometimes it happens. And so I feel like in a way it was such a blessing to have lost that job, because all the bad things that have been treated at other jobs prepared me for the role I'm gonna be in, which is like my purpose, basically, like giving back, using my experiences for like basically turn my experiences, my negative experiences, into positive ones, to learn from those experiences, to do right when I am in the positions of like other people did me dirty, but when I'm in that position that they are in, to not do other people dirty, like just be what I wished I had for me for somebody else. And maybe it will make a difference in how they work, or how they their mental health, as far as their mental health, because my mental health has been affected really badly in other jobs. And hopefully me being in the position that I will be in will help me grow, but also work in my purpose to help others. I feel like that's my purpose, is to help others in whatever capacity that God blesses me with, in whatever circumstances I'm in, and whatever He has like put me in position to do, like giving me the strength, the power, the wisdom to do the things that He asked me to do. So I feel like in a way it's been a blessing, because and it's crazy, the whole time that my former boss was not responding, everybody was kind of ghosting me and everything, not letting me know anything about whether I still had my job or not, telling me I was on call, but then never actually giving me any shifts, and then ending up firing me, which makes no sense to me. I had two employers, the two former employers, which was the hospital and Subway. That's the two jobs I had, and neither one could tell me, hey, you're fired. They just said, we're gonna put you on call, blah blah blah, and it'll help you with your schedules and stuff like that. And I was like, cool. And then I would be persistent, like, hey, can I come in? I'm free, blah blah. I can come in, and they would not respond at all, which is crazy. So the way that how shady they were makes me feel like, what, it confirmed it for me to be like, what, they were not the jobs for me. Even though I got excited in the beginning about, I got a new job, oh, this is how much they're gonna pay me, oh wow, it's a whole different environment, blah blah blah. Like, it still was not all hyped up as what it was behind closed doors. So yeah, basically in that time frame of them not responding back to me, the kids were sick, I had to get new tires, all that stuff, which would have actually kept me from going to work anyways. I would have had to call out and be like, hey, I can't come in. They weren't giving me shifts, but they didn't know that I was able to come in, because they weren't even responding to me when I would say, hey, I'm available. At the times, like, obviously not the entire time the kids were sick or the tire was messed up, but like the times that I was able to, that nothing was going on for me to, like, kept me from going in, they weren't even offering me any shifts. So I was like, okay, well, now that this happened, I definitely can't go in, And then right after that, like during that time, they had told me, this past Thursday, oh, hey, you're fired or whatever. Okay, cool. So it kind of was like a blessing, in the same way as like, dang, I was stressed out, but in a way it was a blessing, because I wasn't super stressed about the job. So like, because I know something better was coming, and it did. So it's like, it helped me to be like, you know what, I'm gonna trust you, God. I always know you're always gonna come through. You know, I just got to put the work in, and I did put the work in. I called a lot of jobs. I did interviews. I was out there, you know, like trying to get another job. And I know I could work up quickly, and I know I can, you know, make a difference. And also, it was just a blessing the way it happened. Like, I got fired, all this other stuff happened, and then I got a job like within 3 days, which is crazy. So yeah, it was crazy because the timing was everything. Like, if I had gotten this job even a few, like, before Sunday, I would have not been able to take the job. If they had told me, hey, come in and blah blah, you could start, I wouldn't have been able to go because the kids were sick, the car was messed up, all that stuff was going on, and I would have had to turn down the job or tell them, hey, you know, can I start you know, a week later or something like that. And I don't know if they would have given me that chance. So I'm grateful for the fact that, you know, I got a job. I have a higher position than I would have had if I had, you know, stayed at my job or went anywhere else. I'm grateful that, like, they're willing to work with me. They're understanding. I feel comfortable going to my boss and talking to her. And I feel like it'll be a good start. Obviously, I'm not going to be here for too long. Like, I'm going to be here as long as I can, but I'm not going to be in this position forever. Because I do want to be an entrepreneur. I do want to, you know, obviously, I do my YouTube content, so I want to get that monetized. I want to grow on that as well and have that as extra income, and then, you know, hopefully be my main thing. But I know you can't just survive off of YouTube because you need extra, you know, you need a fallback. So you need to have multiple streams of income. So I want to work, I want to make extra money, I want to pay off debts, I want to get that all out the way before, you know, going and spending stuff on unnecessary things I don't need or think I need and don't really need at the moment. So that way it doesn't, so that way I'm spending less, but also, like, treating myself too. Because you got to remember, like, you got to treat yourself as well. Like, maybe not, like, thousands of dollars. You shouldn't do that. But, like, you know, treat yourself because you work hard for it, you know? Like, so, I'm not telling you how to spend your own money, but, like, for me, I wouldn't go spend thousands of dollars, even if I had it like that. That's just not who I am. Yeah, so, like, soon I'm gonna need to get a new car because this car is old and the miles are racking up on it. So I'm gonna have to get a new car. Not new, but you know what I mean, like a different car. And yeah, so, you know, I'm trying to work and, you know, do all the things I need to do. But either way, yeah, I was just saying how amazed I am of how God works. Because, like, you know, the timing is everything. And I lost a job and got a job within 3 days. It is a food job. I love food. I love cooking. Hopefully I'll be the person that, I mean, I don't know how often I'll be cooking there, but hopefully I'll be that person that actually makes the food hot, keeps it fresh, and doesn't forget things like they do with me when I go through a drive-thru. They forget my items. The food is not as fresh. It feels like it's been sitting out for a while. And hopefully, like, my working there, because I know how I would want to be treated as a customer. Hopefully, like, I encourage the people I work around to step up the game and, like, you know, not try to, like, even though it's fast food, but it's like, you know, do their job, but, like, do it well. and not try to rush and just be like, okay, let me throw anything in here, and I don't care if it's this person's order or not, or let me, you know, grab something that's been sitting there for 15-20 minutes, even though they're supposed to actually toss it out. Let me grab it and put it in their bag so they can have a nasty old cold food, you know. I don't want none of that. So like, I'm gonna try to be the person that I would wish people would treat me like when I go through a fast food, and just make sure like the standards are there, you know. I'm not saying I can change everything because I'm still new, but hopefully my being there, it like, I could work as a team with other people and encourage them to, you know, do better. And because I've eaten at that place before, it wasn't always good, it wasn't always fresh, it wasn't always hot, it wasn't always like they forgot my things sometimes, stuff like that. They weren't always professional. I don't know who all worked there, but at that time. But yeah, and also I need to have discipline when I work here, because I don't want to overeat at this place. I know I will eat sometimes, but I don't want to overeat because I don't want to gain weight. You guys know I'm on my health journey and I'm trying to lose weight. So like, you know, not eating as much, because I'm going to be realistic, and maybe like, not eating as much, and also when like, you know, when I get paid and stuff, to not go and blow money on, because there's a lot of little, it's in a plaza where I go majority of the time shopping at, and all the little stores around me at my job, I can literally walk to them. So I need to have self-discipline, self-control, to not go and just spend money just because I have it, just because I'm on break, or just because I got off work or before work, go shopping. I need to, you know, keep in mind that I want to you know, pay my debts off first, so that way that's out the way and I don't have to worry as much about those things. And yeah, we need to do this more responsibly and smarter, you know, for our family. And so this is going to be my new journey, my new experience. God always has a season of different things, and I feel like this is my season of like a new path, basically. And I'm getting hot as hell in here. This is too much. I get overheated. I don't like it. I like the fresh air, because it feels stuffy in the car and I don't like it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for supporting, for being there, for your encouraging comments, for your just positivity. I really appreciate it. I appreciate that, you know, my channel is growing. I still need a lot of watch hours, but my subscriber count is, you know, going up. Slowly but surely we'll get there. And I just appreciate you guys so much for tuning in and even watching my videos, for commenting, for subscribing, for liking, for watching my videos all the way through. It makes a huge difference, and my family and I appreciate you guys, and you know, we love you guys, and we hope you guys continue on this journey with us, and you know, and see what, you know, God has in store for us, as well as we'll, you know, be supporting you guys and just being uplifting towards each other, because we're all on a journey, and you know, we need to support each other. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.